Hey guys, welcome to the sixth and final part of the Legion's card rating series. Today we take a look at the new ally nation Poland and rate their cards from 1 to 5 stars. That being said, let's jump right into it. Alright guys, here we go, starting with the Stubborn Defense, a 0 credit countermeasure. And when an enemy attacks your unit, give your unit +2 defense. Okay, 0 credit countermeasures are usually very annoying because your opponent never knows when they're up, but in difference to evasive action, for example, which can be really strong, I think this thing is more bad. Sure, +2 defense for 0 credit sounds nice, but I think it's basically just a waste of resources in your deck when you put this card in. That's why I give it 1 star. I don't like it that much, but I like this one more, way more. The 5th Legion's Regiment, 1 credit infantry with 1/3 stats, plus it has the bonus that it is getting +1/+1 when it survives combat. So this card can be really strong against early Japanese aggression, because their early 1-drops all have 1 health just. And it's very likely that this one is surviving an attack into this, and then it suddenly has 2 attack and 2 or 3 health. And that's why I like it a lot. So I think I go with 4 stars here. It's a cool card, it has a cool bonus. And yeah, 1 credit, 1/3. It is good. Then we have a 1 credit fighter here with Blitz, 1/2 stats, and when an enemy unit moves into the front line, retreat this unit. So turn 2, 1 damage to any target because it has Blitz, but the downside is that this is just getting bounced as soon as your opponent is moving the unit to the front line. And that's why I don't think it's that great. Maybe we see some, maybe it fits into Brit Air or something like that, that we did not figure out yet, but so far I think it's just not that great. So let's give it 2 stars. Then we have a Polish tank here, the TKS. A 1/1 tank with ambush. Not sure what that ambush is for. Can be annoying if you can manage to buff this. 1 credit operation cost, 1 credit deployment cost. But the most interesting part of this deck is Intel 3. So for just 1 credit, you can take a look at 3 of your opponent's cards. And it's also solving a problem that you usually have with Intel. Against aggressive decks, your opponent can just play units, and all your intel is not really helping you, that you just know what your opponent is having in hand when you cannot deal with the stuff that is already on board. And this tank is kind of solving this problem. So for 1 credit, you can take a look at 3 cards, but you also have a 1/1 tank with ambush on the board that might deal with early aggressive units there. And that's why I like it a lot. I'm not sure if you want to play 4 of this in your deck, but I think 2 might be okay if you play Poland LA. And I really like this card. It's very interesting. Intel 3, just imagine. And that's why I give it also 4 stars. Next one, 70p. When this unit survives combat, draw a card. 2/3 stats for 2k is okay. It's like a Stuk. There are a lot of 2k tanks with 2/3 stats. But if this is surviving combat, it does not even have to kill the unit. It just has to survive combat. Draw a card. That's really strong for 1 operation cost. Yeah, I think this is also a 4-star card. Really cool. Next one, Agency Africa. Oh, this is an extra unit. We already took a look at this as we watched over the Brit cards, so let's skip this. Then we have first to fight. 2k order. Give a friendly unit. When this unit survives combat, add allegiance to your support line. And the legions are these 2/2 guards that can get +1/+1 when you play a card with intel. So also this TKS. 2 credit on a unit. So if you can bring this on a big Fury unit, get 2 of these just on a standard unit. It's 2k for 2k infantry that you basically pay. I don't like it that much. There are way better orders in the game, so let's give it 2 stars. Then we have section 2. Intel 1, draw a card. So this card is just replacing itself and it's giving you 1 card in opponent's hand. Standard, you can have 4 of these. Yeah, looks okay. I think I give it 3 stars. It's not doing that much than just showing you 1 card in opponent's hand. I think there are better intel cards. Then we have an artillery, 37mm Bofors gun. 2/2 artillery. When an enemy unit moves into the front line, deal 1 damage to it. Very interesting text. But yeah, I think I give it 3 stars. 3 credits, 2/2 without blitz or anything. Yeah, 3 stars. Then we have the Plan West. Add 2 legions to your support line. This card I like a little bit more because you get more out of this. For 3 credits you get 4 credits in value back. And that's why I give this one. Can be really strong. Plan West into a few TKS here. And suddenly these are 4/4s. I like it, I like it. Let's go with 3.5. I'm pretty sure if you can make an interesting deck. I'm not sure if you can make an interesting deck here with legions and intel. How strong this is. Guess we have to find out. And then we have the PZL P11. 2/3 fighter. Your exile cards cost 1 less to a minimum of 1. So there are not that many exile cards. I think it's just 4 or 5. And this being a fighter, you have to stack some of these to get a real bonus out of this. Because you also have to pay 3 credits for a 2/3 fighter, which is not that great. So I think I give this one 2 stars. I don't see that played a lot. Then we have the Kards bomber. 2/2 stats, intel 2. At the end of your turn, add a section 2 to your hand. Section 2 was this intel 1 draw a card. So for 3 credits, you get 2/2 bomber, intel 2 already, and you also get a section 2 guaranteed, as long as your opponent is not having something like Careless Talk. So it's basically into 3 for 5 credits then. I think I'll give it 3 stars. It's interesting. Plus you have the bonus that you maybe get several section 2s, not just 1. Yeah. Okay, we already took a look at this. Then we have the Daring Strike, 4 credit order. Cost 1 less for each intel card you've played this battle. Deal 2 damage to any target. So this will be very often or later in the game. Deal 2 damage for 0k. Just when you've played 4 intel cards. 2 damage to any target. Yeah. I think there are better orders that deal damage. But it's standard, you can have 4. Let's give it 3. I think it's not super strong. Not bad. Just average. Already took it this while we watched Soviet cards. This 2. Then we go with the underground state. Intel 2. Send target enemy units to owner's hand. Add allegiance to your support line. So for 2 credits you can send an enemy unit to his hand and Intel 2. Then you also get the 2 credits legions cards. Looks decent, huh? If you compare it, what is that? Naval bombardment is also costing 2 credits when your opponent is in the front line. Plus you have the Intel 2 bonus on this. I think it's a good card. Also deploying a guard here with the legions. I think I'll give it 4 stars. It's very interesting. I like the bounce. It's always good to send units back to your owner's hand. And you also deploy a guard with it. I like it. Then we have the Zaza Division. 2/5 Blitz Fury Infantry. And when a friendly unit survives combat, this unit is getting +1 attack. And it's only having 1 operation cost. Blitz Fury. Oh, a very interesting card. And I think you don't want to have this in the front line against you. Especially with the bonus that maybe friendly units survive. And then this is suddenly a 5/5 with Fury. That is really insane. Just imagine this with stuff like Lightning Conquest, for example, which sounds really broken. I think you can do some cool stuff with this card. I give it also 4 stars. And I think this is already the final card here, because we already took a look at the Spitfire when we took a look at the Britain cards. The final one for Poland here is the 6th Tunnel Regiment. 5 credits to deploy, 2 operation cost, 4/7 stats. When you play an Intel card, add allegiance to your support line and draw a card. Very interesting, because now with this on the board and you play TKS, you just get Intel 3, this, add allegiance to your support line and draw a card. This card is really, really good with cheap Intel cards. Also with the section 2. If you have... How is the combo going? Where was that one? Ah, this is just end of turn. Okay, I see. But also with 2 of these, if you can just collect some section 2 cards here, make them cost 1, and yeah, you basically only need 1. Then this one, and then you can really make some huge legions here. So I'm really hyped to try this one out. So this card is very interesting with Intel, if you have a full Intel deck here. And I think I also give it 4 stars. That's really cool. Especially you can have 2 of these. Very nice card. I also like the draw a card effect. This is making combos way easier to pull off. And yeah, 4 stars. Guys, if you watch this video and it's Monday, don't forget to tune into the stream today. We're opening some packs, get all the new cards, and then we try out some really, really cool decks here. I'm really looking forward to it. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you in the stream and see you in the next video. Bye bye.